Bodine52, how are you folks? I am out today in a beautiful state of Michigan, and I'm out on my boy Duke, my 2000 Road King Classic. Woohoo! I haven't been on Duke for a couple weeks, so I wanted to get out, take him for a spin, get a little drone action of him, and I want to tell you why I love riding this motorcycle. Well, I hope everybody is well. As you can see, I am out on Duke, my 2000 Road King Classic, enjoying a beautiful day in Michigan. And I'll tell you what, first of all, if you follow my channel, you'll know that I actually have Duke and an Ultralimited that goes by the name of Big Mama. And I really wanted to get Duke out. And you know, I don't know, sometimes I think it's just the mood that you may be in, or let me talk for me, that I may be in on wanting to take Duke out. But I'll tell you what, for me, I think there's a couple things. First of all, from a comparison perspective, Duke does sit lower to the ground. He's lighter than Big Mama, and you know, sometimes you can, even though Big Mama has great suspension and the Milwaukee 8, sometimes you can be a little more aggressive on these back roads with Duke than you can with the heavier bike, at least from my perspective. So that's one of the reasons. And, you know, the other reasons, you know, one, I love the old classic look. That's the reason that I bought this motorcycle. You know, whether it's no electronics from cruise control, radio, you know, heck, gear indicators, all that stuff. This bike is back to the basics, which to me, many times that's motorcycle riding to me. Of course, there's other times I want that comfort when I'm going on a long trip. Now, some of you would say, but dude, you got your phone up, so you don't have all the electronics out, but I did want to listen to some music today, so while I was out riding, so that's why I have the cell phone on today. But yeah, just the basicness of the bike is what appeals to me, as well as just the sound of the motorcycle. There's a stage 2 on this motorcycle. It sounds great. You know, you just got that rumble of these motorcycles, the older Harleys, and I guess some of the newer ones do too, depending on what you do to it. And I really haven't done much to this bike. I did throw some new white walls on it because when I bought the bike just about 6 months ago, the tires looked good, but they were 15 years old, so I flipped those out. But I really haven't done a whole lot more to it, and I really had that I want to keep it kind of basic mentality. And, you know, I think sometimes, you know, you just go, I just want to go out, get a lot of air through me, and take a motorcycle that's fun. You know, I guess if I looked at both motorcycles, you know, it's like your two kids, you know, you really don't love one more than the other. You love them both. And, you know, I can't say, or I can say that I have not in any way since I've had this motorcycle said, isn't that beautiful? Why don't I just trade this? I'm not going to ride it much. I do ride both of them, which is awesome and, for me, fun. And, you know, there's a lot of things. I've been following a lot of folks that ride, that have Road Kings, and been learning what they've done to their motorcycles. And even though I really haven't wanted to do anything to this, I am considering changing up the bars. Even though I've told myself I wasn't going to do that, and I'm not going to do that now. That may be a winter project. Come on, buddy, I don't trust you. I'm seeing the front of your car with duct tape on it. That's a sign, folks, just so you know. But I'm thinking about getting some bars, so if you happen to have a Road King or something that's similar to this bike, soft tail maybe, if you put some bars on it, let me know, especially if you have a Road King. Now, I've seen guys that had 16-inch ones, 18 inches, where their hands are up here. Yeah, I'm in my 50s. Oh, I'm not going to do that. But I do want, and maybe, to be straight out. And a lot of it's the look. So maybe it's 14-inch bars for me. And if you have a Road King, leave some comments and suggestions if you don't mind. Because I am pretty serious about doing that. But it's just part of, the day when you get out and see the weather and just go, man, I'm in a Road King mood today. I don't know if you guys have that, whether it's in the mood to ride. I mean, I'm always in the mood to ride. Or if you do happen to have a couple motorcycles, which one do you choose to ride? Is it based on what you're going to do that day, or what is it? Or is it like me, you're running around town a lot of times, I'll take this this bike out. Or if you had two different bikes, maybe you don't have two right now, that used to be a different style or a different type. What would you do in that circumstance, riding one over the other? First of all, I'm very fortunate to have two motorcycles. I don't take that for granted for a second. So I am able to ride Duke. I will tell you that this year so far, with all the crap going on, I have... Hey, dude, could you pull out just a little bit further for me? Thanks, buddy. I've put about 3,500 miles on my Ultralimited, which I took on a 1,500-mile trip, a 1,200-mile trip. And then I've only put about 1,500 or 1,000 on this one. So still a lot of riding to go. And obviously I do not tour with this one. I know you can. But I got to tell you, there's something about riding this Road King. And again, a lot of it's the look, a lot of it's the feel, a lot of it's the ride. And I guess you get that only if you have a bike that you feel that way about. So that is what I wanted to share with you today. I hope everybody is doing well. If you can leave some comments on suggestions on things maybe I could do to Duke, I would appreciate it, especially when it comes to the bars and anything else that you can think of that may make sense. I'm not sure I want to do a lot of that and spend a lot of money on the second bike, but I do like it and have really fell in love with this bike more and more since I got it, and want to get it out of the garage more and more. So it's taking some back roads here through Michigan back towards my place, but wanted to get out and share and check in with you all and share my my love for this Road King Classic. And I'll tell you what, if you are thinking about getting a second bike or even a main bike, depending on what you want it for, and you're looking at a bunch of different bikes, hit me up. Any questions that you got, I strongly recommend that this motorcycle is fantastic. I've done a couple videos on the bike and my thoughts on it and more of a walk around and stuff. And I'll leave those. Actually, I'll leave two of those videos at the end of this video, so stay tuned for those. You can just click on one of those videos and it'll take you right to it. But yeah, I love this bike, and hope you all are getting out there riding and enjoying this beautiful earth that we have, and hope you and your family are well and healthy. That is it for Bodine 52. Be safe on and off the motorcycle, and we'll talk again soon. Bye-bye.